It is Wednesday, August 27th. I almost said 6th. It's the 27th.
27th.
We got August 30th is coming up. There's a couple things going on this weekend.
It's a big day, I think.
You know, there's a lot. Pat and I were talking before the show. This week is an odd week in the NFL community because there's so much going on. Preseason, Shedeur Sanders, Kenny Pickett's hurt. Oh, and then right when it ends, all of a sudden, guys are getting cut. Guys are getting traded. Depth charts are coming out. But there's no game this weekend, so everyone's like, all right, we got a deep breath. Let's indulge in college football for a week before we also add into it the NFL piece, which will be next week for game week, coming hot after Labor Day. But there's still so much going on.
Yeah, there really is. And this week in particular, especially now that we're doing the show, I feel like I'm so locked into all the different, roster moves that are going on across the league, guys getting cut, guys getting traded, depth pieces moving around back and forth. So it's a lot of underlying moves that I guess, if you make the right ones, will pay dividends for your team at the end of the season or in the middle of the season, because injuries happen in the NFL. And so you need to make sure that you're set up nicely in terms of depth across the board. And so this is where we're seeing a lot of teams kind of taking advantage of positions that they, have too much depth at, and they can able to stockpile some later round draft picks for the future. And that's really been like the biggest news of this week, right? It's just all these different roster moves.
So many roster moves, so many things going on. And the looming question, the one rookie outstanding, Quinshon Judkins.
Where is he?
We're getting the Shamar Stewart nonsense. Oh, he could go back and play for Ohio State. Like, never going to happen. I think they're trying to make that a thing when it's never going to happen. It's not a thing. It really can't become a thing. So what is Quinshon going to do? Like, at what point? I'm sure that they're just kind of locked into how much money guaranteed he's going to get, considering Carson Schwessinger, the other second-round pick that Cleveland drafted, got a fully guaranteed contract. That's becoming a common theme. And the Browns had an we're in an interesting position because he got the assault charges. Then those got cleared because of a lack of evidence, which doesn't mean he did anything. The NCAA needs to investigate, or the NFL needs to investigate it to decide if there's any type of punishment. But regardless of punishment, I don't think that matters, because if he's suspended for 6 games, he doesn't get paid for those 6 games. So the punishment, if the NFL would lay down, the Browns would not suffer from it. Now, they wouldn't have a player for those X amount of games, but they wouldn't have to pay him.
To say, honestly, if he's suspended for 6 games, holy shit, the NFL has fucking become more strict than ever, because
no doubt. Or even if it's 2 games, it doesn't, whatever it is. The Browns don't have to pay him for those games.
For sure.
So I think it's all coming down to guaranteed money. And I guess my question of the day is, will Quinshon Judkins be in a Browns uniform week 1 against the Bengals? Yes or no? At this point, we got 2 weeks left. It's got to happen this week. This is when Terry McLaurin's signing. I'm expecting, Michael Parsons to sign. We saw Trey Hendrickson sign. Like, deals are getting done now because it's last call for alcohol, buddy.
Go time. Yeah.
You got to sign now or forever hold your peace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunate, but that's my question for Pound Town. Do you think Quinshon Judkins is on the sideline in a Browns uniform, whether he plays or not? Whether he's suspended or not, do you think he's on the Browns, a signed active member of the 53-man roster by kickoff when they play the Bengals? That's question of the day.
I sure fucking hope so.
Yeah, me too.
How's your week going, Zach?
It's going well. It's a hump day, so got to get your freak on.
Hell
but
yeah.
It's a great day. Great day to talk some football. Not a lot of people in here. Smash that like button. Let's get more people in here. Make this show blow up. I'll retweet it. If you're on Twitter, you do the same. I'll do it right during the intro. Let's get it going. Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up.
I think we have some freaks in Menace Army.
I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking film. But I appreciate you for riding with us, Menace Army. Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
Let's get to it. Zach, the biggest news in all of the sports world and entertainment world hit yesterday. Your tight end GOAT, Travis Kelce, is engaged to Taylor Swift. It's a true love. It's a love story, baby. Just say yes.
Yay. I mean, I saw grown women like crying They were so excited about this.
My timeline, it was almost insufferable yesterday. I couldn't go on Instagram for the longest time yesterday because I felt like every story and post I looked at was that. And it
was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild. But I mean, on a human level, I hope that's a real relationship. I hope they live happily ever after. Good for them. Quite the polarizing and click generating storyline that has been since they started dating, going back to when Travis Kelce made Taylor Swift a bracelet and went to her concert and gave it to someone to give to her, and then went on his podcast to talk about how he thought she was so hot and all this stuff. Then they linked, and then they actually started dating. Then Swifties took over the NFL. The Chiefs fandom tripled. It's been a wild ride, but it's good for them.
Yeah, it's been wild. And I thought, again, I'm one of those people that when this first happened, I thought that this was all for show, right? Like there was no way this was going to last. This was just some PR, kind of deal for both sides, trying to get Swiftie fans into the NFL, trying to, Taylor Swift doesn't need to grow her popularity. She's already the biggest celebrity in the world, probably. Yeah. But sure enough, here they are engaged, and
yay,
good for them. Are we expecting because a lot of people are anticipating this to be Travis Kelce's farewell tour. Is he going to go out on a high note, or are we expecting the decline that we saw last year to continue for Kelce?
Who knows? I think when he gives effort, he's a really good mismatch in the throw game, and that's about it. That's the extent of Travis Kelce. He doesn't block anyone, doesn't give max effort, kind of a pussy, but when he runs stick routes and stick nods and corner routes, and he's very skilled. That's about all I got for you. Will he have a better year than last year? Maybe. It's not like he doesn't have talent. It just seems like he's not all in, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like you watch the playoff games and the Super Bowl, and it's like, dude, this is the fucking Super Bowl. How did you not even attempt to block that defensive end?
Yeah.
It's insufferable to watch, honestly.
Yeah. It's funny because I have my first fantasy football draft coming tonight, and I was doing some research last night, doing mock drafts and stuff. And it's funny, like how far Travis Kelce has fallen in terms of, tight end ranks. PFF and their fantasy draft rankings has Kelce as their tight end 8. I can't remember. Kelce wasn't in the top 2 or 3 in tight ends. His average draft position, he actually goes as the 6th tight end off the board in most drafts. But so he's like a guy that I'm looking at because I feel like, quick fantasy nerd out for a second. Aside from Brock Bowers and Trey McBride, I feel like there's going to be a significant drop-off in fantasy production this year.
Yeah.
Maybe George Kittle, too. You could throw him in, given San Francisco's current wide receiver.
Yeah, I think that definitely is of note.
So I think those 3 for sure are tight end ones. And after, it's like, all right, you can kind of hope that Laporta and Hawkinson are healthy and productive. Mark Andrews, we don't really know, kind of hit or miss. And Njoku's a hit or miss. Mm-hmm. Kelsey's a guy that I'm looking at like, fuck, I don't know if I should fall for it. Almost like the Kyle Pitts. You don't know what you're going to get with Kyle Pitts each year either. But yeah, so hey, I'm hoping that maybe this whole engagement can inspire Kelce.
I've seen a lot of people that are really high on Jonnu Smith in Pittsburgh getting traded. He had 8 touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
Where is Travis Kelce on this list?
Kelce, in terms of if you look at PFF rankings, he's their tight end 8 overall, but ADP value, he's going 6th. Jonnu Smith is, you get some good value for him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's tight end 20 on.
I'm just saying he had almost 900 yards last year, 8 touchdowns, the second most amongst tight ends in the NFL. Mark Andrews led the league in touchdowns at the tight end position with 11, and next best was 8.
The reason why I think that is probably because Freiermuth is going to take some touches away from him.
Yeah.
Depending on how many 2 tight end sets they go with. But yeah, he had a baller year last year.
He really did. Brock Bowers is my guy. That's tight end 1 for me. Not necessarily playing the position, but for fantasy.
Yeah.
I just think with what they have in Vegas, he's kind of wide receiver 1.
Yeah. He's going so early in drafts, so it's tough if you make that commitment early to a tight end.
But just draft Kyle Pitts. That's what you're going to do anyways.
Oh, fuck. Don't plant that in my head. One of us, Zach, Josh Allen, was on a podcast earlier this week. And honestly, this guy is so cool on and off the field. I think he's becoming my new favorite quarterback. But he admitted to using Zyn as his secret weapon during games. It locks him in, keeps him focused. His teammate got him hooked on the orange citrus flavor. He said that Zins have helped him get and stay in perfect shape.
Interesting. I mean,
A little fabricated on the end there, but
yeah, I'm a Lucy guy myself, but I get the pouch game.
Yeah.
I've been a part of it since, let's see, for 3 years now. I've been doing pouches to quit chewing tobacco, but I'm a Lucy guy myself, but I like it.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's better if you don't use them, but if you're going to use a nicotine product, that's the way to go. It's better than vapes on your lungs.
Yeah.
It's way better than the carcinogens in chewing tobacco. It's I don't want to call it healthy, but it's probably the healthiest option, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, he was in the interview, he was saying how it kind of helps him get locked in, stay focused. And I've had people like, friends of mine, ask, about, if do people ever do it just like to study or shit like that to help them stay focused and locked in? And I guess it really does. So I've never been, I don't know, one to use that in that sense.
Yeah.
But shout out to Josh Allen.
Good for him. One of us. One of the people.
One of the people. I guess staying on the degenerate side of things, the price of a 16-ounce beer at every NFL stadium was released earlier this week. And shout out the Browns, $7.15 for a 16-ounce beer, the second cheapest in the NFL.
Shout out the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
The 2 cheapest beers you can get in an NFL stadium are in Cleveland, and the cheapest is in Cincinnati, $6.80. Not to be confused with Washington, who's the most expensive at $16.50.
$16.50.
Washington, a beer, if you're at a Redskins game, to buy a beer, it's $10 more than double. Either the Browns, the Bengals, or the Lions, who are third
shout out
cheapest.
Detroit.
Kind of our 3 regional teams, the closest teams to us.
Yeah.
Detroit, Cleveland, and Cincinnati are the 3 cheapest beers in the league.
Yeah, I honestly, when I first saw this list, I thought for sure that the Jets and the Giants were going to be on like the number 1 spot because I went to games at MetLife for years and everything's overpriced. In New York.
I mean, you would have imagined, and don't get me wrong, they're up there. Like the Jets and Giants are the 5th most expensive beer. You'd imagine the California teams, which they're the 4th most expensive beer, San Francisco, LA, and the Chargers. Vegas makes sense at the 2nd most expensive.
Yeah.
Washington, DC makes sense. The Buccaneers kind of threw me at 3rd.
Yeah, same.
Like Tampa, there's no state income tax. Like usually things are cheaper in Florida than LA or New York.
For sure.
The 3rd most expensive beer. The Baker Bros, man, they'll pay anything.
They sure will. Hey, man, if I'm going down to Tampa,
I was also kind of surprised with Green Bay. I mean, they're in the top half most expensive beers.
Yeah, you would think that
Green Bay, Wisconsin. You think Wisconsinians? Is that it?
Yeah.
The Wisconsinians would not have the fact that a beer is over $10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Honestly, the Tampa one definitely surprised me the most. Outside on this list, I actually Dallas I thought would have been higher up on the list. Just given the brand and kind of, I don't know, Jerry's World seems like a very exquisite place with exquisite beer prices.
And it's almost like, okay, do they have new stadium? Like you got to pay for that stadium somehow. Cleveland doesn't, Cincinnati doesn't. It's like those new stadium teams are like, all right, we got to finance this shit.
Yeah.
Let's jack those beer prices up.
Does Tampa have a new stadium?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, that's the same stadium we played the Outback Bowl in.
Yeah, Raymond James. That's been in use since 98. So either way, but guess some good news for Tampa, aside from the fact that you're gonna have to pay a lot of money for beer this season, is that Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs both passed their physicals yesterday. So we'll be seeing them back in Tampa sooner rather than later, it seems. And Zach, I know I've said it a bunch, and I know part of it is the Baker, bias.
Yeah, here we go.
But they're a sleeper team to look out for in the NFC. And I think they have tremendous value because I think they're going to win that division unless we see a crazy level up from either Michael Penix or Bryce Young. I'm pretty sure they're a guarantee to win that division. You look at them to win the conference. We talked about Washington having the 6th best odds to win the NFC. Tampa Bay has the 8th best odds to win the NFC. I'm shocked given that that's basically, they're a lock to win that division.
Yeah, they definitely are, I think. I mean, barring some insane scenario where someone has just a massive leap, I think Tampa is so far ahead of everyone in their division.
Yeah.
So give me the top 8.
So the top 8 are Philly 1, Detroit 2, Green Bay 3, the Rams 4, 49ers 5, Washington at 6, and then Minnesota at 7 ahead of Tampa.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. I think Tampa Bay probably has a better shot than Minnesota with a rookie or whatever first
Yeah,
year
you don't know
quarterback.
what JJ is. I don't know how you could project that he's going to be better than Baker or have a better shot to win the NFC than Baker. Reality is, I don't think either of them will. But yeah, that's.
I mean, hey, we've seen Tampa win a playoff game each of the last 2 years. Don't let Baker get hot.
Here we go with the Baker getting hot. I mean, it's good value though. 8th best odds to win the NFC. I think they do have a chance to do it. I wouldn't bet it, but the value's there.
Values there for sure. I do want to get a commercial break, Zach, and keep talking some football.
Sounds great. Let's do it, Pat. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, it was time to share the wealth. Our partners, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, helped me lose 30 pounds of fat in 6 weeks. You lose 5 pounds a week. And now I just got my brother Carter signed up. So we're going to track his journey. His first weigh-in was Friday. 224.4 with he was 29.5% body fat. Awaken 180, they send you 4 of your 5 meals a day. They give you a private coach, one-on-one. You talk every week, and your coach helps you get there. Shout out my coach, Jenna. We subbed her over to be my brother's coach as well, and she's going to get him right. They send you a scale, and every week you weigh in on the scale. That data goes to your coach, and you link, you talk, and you figure out a plan for your weight loss journey. Everybody's different, and that's the beauty of Awaken 180 is it's customizable, it's forced accountability, and it's guaranteed results. 5 pounds a week. You want to lose 30 pounds, it's going to take 6 weeks. You want to lose 50 pounds, whatever that is, going to take 10 weeks. My brother's goal is to lose 50 pounds in 10 weeks. That's mid-October, before Halloween. He should be down to 175. So we're going to track his journey and continue to talk about my journey because Awaken 180 Weight Loss is a game changer. My energy's through the roof. My libido's through the roof. I feel the best I've felt since I was in my 20s. If you want to take your life back over, you want to take control of your life, go to Awaken 180 Weight Loss and just schedule a consultation. You don't have to sign up yet. Just schedule a consultation and hear what they do, how they do it, and I promise you, you won't regret it. You'll take your life back and play with your kids, enjoy all the finer things. And we'll track my brother Carter's journey as we go. Next week, got to be 5 pounds down. 5 pounds every week, 10 pounds in 2 weeks, 15 pounds in 3 weeks. You can do the math. Go to awaken180weightloss.com right now. All right, Menace Army, football season is finally back. And I don't know if you bet this past weekend, but it's time to start building that bankroll. And our partner, MyBookie, is here to give you free money to start building it. There's no better way to build it than free money. Right now is the perfect time to get ahead of the curve. College football kicks off officially this weekend, and MyBookie's got national championship odds, Heisman odds, futures, all the lines you want. Your week 1 parlay awaits you. And if you're brand new, you get a little extra juice. Sign up with promo code MENACE and drop in $100, and MyBookie's going to give you $50 free. That's free money. Bankroll immediately is a winner. Week 1, you've already won. The action's heating up, the odds are moving, and this season's shaping up. It'll be a good one already. Don't miss it. Bet big, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Go get your bankroll going.
It's a must. It's a must. We got college football week 1 this weekend. Start building your bankroll for NFL next week.
Man, I started the preseason 5-1. I lost my last 2 picks over the final preseason weekend. Still 5-3. Still was a winning preseason, but preseason's just hard to bet.
I was going to say preseason's a fucking.
I still haven't figured out NFL yet, how to bet it. I think I had some success last year doing props. Just game outcomes is just so fucking hard because the shittiest team in the NFL will go fuck around and beat the best team for no reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
I mean, you know me, I'm a prop guy, so that's kind of all I do for NFL betting nowadays.
I think it's literally the best way to find value.
Yeah.
But we have a partner that we're partnering with in a couple of weeks, Pat. I'm excited to show you about it. It gives you all these detailed analytics for gambling. It's sick. It's sick.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send that over my way.
Yes, I will.
We had the last quarterback battle announced yesterday down there in New Orleans. Kind of shocked by this, kind of not. But Spencer Rattler beats out Tyler Shuck for the Saints QB1 job.
I tell you what, Philly Brown's been in my ear about it. That Spencer Rattler is going to have a good year.
Is he serious about that?
He's serious about it. I don't see it. I don't believe in Spencer Rattler, but he beat out my guy Tyler Shuck. who's a rookie. I mean, this could be like saying Kirk Cousins beat out Michael Penix Jr. It's like, okay, give it a minute. Like, give it time. Let Spencer Rattler suck it up for a couple weeks, and then they'll plug in the rookie. But shout out Spencer.
Yeah.
Redhead, light-skinned redhead.
Like albino, is that what he is?
I don't know what the fuck he is.
But no, shout out Rattler. I mean, he definitely earned the job in the preseason. He led the Saints QBs in EPA per dropback, passer rating, completion percentage, and yards per attempt. Yeah, so earn the job over Tyler Shuck for sure. I was curious if the Saints would feel pressure to kind of go with Tyler Shuck earlier, early on, especially week 1, considering the age, like he's an older rookie. I think he's older than Spencer Rattler, right? Spencer Rattler, I mean, he was a rookie.
He definitely
last
could
year.
be.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler's 24. Tyler Shuck is 26. So that's why.
About to be 27.
Yeah, about to be 27. Or sorry, about to be 26.
About to
He's
be 26.
now.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's why I thought maybe they would, kind of lean on Tyler Shuck, the older presence, even though he was a rookie. But at the end of the day, a rookie is still a rookie. So probably just want to get him up to speed and let him, kind of take in the first couple weeks, not throw him into the fire. Cause I mean, New Orleans is going to be bad this year. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I think that's guaranteed. No matter who the quarterback was out of that quarterback battle, they're going to stink.
Yeah. I guess my question for you is aside from Cam Ward, right, out of the rookie quarterbacks that, are listed 2 or 2/3 for the Browns' sake on the depth chart, which rookie quarterback do you think sees a regular season start first this year? Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart, or either Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders for Cleveland?
I think probably Tyler Shuck.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. Jackson Dart, I think, is the best of the 4, the most ready of the 4 right now. But he also probably has the toughest starter to unseat.
Yeah.
Whereas Tyler Shuck, I think Spencer Rattler stinks. I think he's going to just be who he always has been. And I think they looked at Tyler Shuck just to fuck around and find out what they got. I think Joe Flacco is going to have enough success. I don't think the Browns are going to win many games, but I think he's not going to be the reason.
Yeah.
Now, he's also old as hell, and he could get dinged up in a second. And then I think Dillon Gabriel gets the nod. But I think it's definitely between Tyler Shuck and Dillon Gabriel. It's one of those two. I just think Spencer Rattler's so bad that Tyler Shuck might get a shot earlier.
That's what I'm thinking too. Just like the level of skill at this current starting QBs in each team, I would think Tyler Shuck has the advantage. But I mean, Joe Flacco's been an Iron Man throughout his career, but goddamn, I feel like I don't know. He's one hit away from being fucking sidelined.
He's old as shit.
His career.
I mean, it's not like he's been this injury riddled guy or anything. It's just like he's old. Like at some point, his body's gonna break down.
Yeah,
I would think.
No, that's for sure. Some cool news out of Cincinnati yesterday. The Bengals wide receiver Michael Tinsley, who really balled out in the preseason. A lot of Bengals fans have been excited about this guy. He officially earned his roster spot yesterday. Could this be the new secret weapon for Cincinnati, the new wide receiver 3 over there for the Bengals? I mean, we saw what Tyler Boyd did for years. We've kind of haven't seen a wide receiver 3 step up. It was Yoshivas a little bit last year, but maybe Michael Tinsley is that third option for Cincy this year.
Well, I'm still going back and forth because our guy Adam Schefter first reported that Mitchell Tinsley earned a roster spot, who is an actual player in the NFL, and then switched it to say Michael Tinsley officially has earned his roster spot, but his name is Mitchell. Shefty's a little confused. But I don't know much about this kid. I mean, he absolutely could be. I mean, wide receiver came out of Penn State. I don't even remember him.
Well, he's a sprinter is what it is.
I mean, undrafted in 23, played for the Commanders for 2 years, comes over to the Bengals. I mean, he was second team All-Conference USA when he was at Western Kentucky.
Yeah. No, he's balled out. And honestly, this preseason, he had the 2 touchdowns, the big game on Monday Night Football against the Commanders, which kind of turned some people's heads. But I think he's absolutely I don't know. I think he could be a steal for them because we've seen wide receiver 3s kind of thrive in that slot role for Cincinnati's offense. This is a guy that I might be looking to target like late in a fantasy draft as like a flyer, especially in like a best ball league, or if you're in one of those where bench players have a little more value. I think he could be a huge addition. Between him, I guess, and Yoshivas is really the battle for wide receiver 3 over there. And this kid balled out in the preseason. Just saying.
He did. I mean, he's a 6 foot, 199 pound receiver, runs a 4.59, so basically a 4.46. But he was productive in the preseason. We'll see if that carries over to the regular season.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him. He was fun to watch this preseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do want to talk. I got a lot of Brown stuff in here, Zach, so I want to start to get into it. The Browns' 53-man roster is officially set as of yesterday, or set for now. I mean, things will change probably before week 1. As it stands, they're carrying 3 quarterbacks. No surprise there. Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. 2 running backs. Kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford and Dylan Sampson are the 2 on the 53-man. Pierre Strong was cut yesterday, leaving at that 3rd running back spot open. I guess initial question for you is, does that mean a Quinshon signing is coming pretty soon if they're only carrying 2 running backs right now?
Someone has to get cut. I mean, yes. I think that points to the fact that Quinshon has to be, they expect to sign him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know what their answer is at running back. You can't go into the year with 2 running backs,
No,
but
absolutely
they
not.
already have a maxed out 53-man roster. So one of these players has to get cut for Quinshon to join the party.
Yeah.
And I mean, they carrying 4 tight ends. I'd venture maybe it's a tight end and you ride with 3.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was kind of my thinking.
10 linemen, 10 offensive linemen, 10 defensive linemen, 5 linebackers, 10 DBs, maybe a DB gets cut.
DB or tight end probably is what I was thinking. I think Brendan Bates is probably a candidate to get cut. We know Njoku and Fannin are tight ends 1 and 2, and Blake Whiteheart has kind of made a little bit of noise this preseason. So I think he's a candidate. But yeah, I took this as like like Quinshon's got to be ready for week 1, I would presume.
I just don't know how you can go into a week with 2 running backs. One of them gets dinged up for that game. You're down to 1 running back. You can't do that. You have to have, at every position, you have to have a pair and a spare. I mean, it's just, there's no way they carry 2 running backs going into the season. That tells me, reading between the lines, Quinshon is going to sign, and he's going to sign pretty quick here.
Yeah.
And so the conversation turns to which one of these guys is getting fucking booted.
Yeah. Like you said, either someone from the tight end or DB room makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, they're carrying 6. Kind of a couple surprises. DeAndre Carter, who we talked about yesterday, was being rumored as to being someone that was on the chopping block. He ended up making the team along with Gage Larvadian or Larvadain. I can never pronounce his last name. The kind of surprise guy from the Maction who kind of balled out this preseason. And then the big 4, which we kind of knew to be true: Isaiah Bond, Jerry Jeudy, Jamari Thrash, and Cedric Tillman. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see where. I mean, I think it's. I don't think it's arguable Jerry Judy's the one. It's going to be interesting to see who's the 2. I mean, Cedric Tillman, there's a lot of promise there, but he hasn't really realized his potential coming out of Tennessee. Jamari Thrash balled out in the preseason, and Isaiah Bond, really fast kid, productive in college, just joined the team after getting cleared of all those sexual assault charges. Who's going to be the 2? Who's going to be the 3? Who's going to be that kind of rotational 4?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what Cleveland does there.
I think if I had to guess, it would be Tillman at the 2 to start the year, just because he kind of performed pretty well when Jameis took over for the back half of last year. And then I'd probably throw Isaiah Bond into that wide receiver 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if he takes over at any point in the season as wide receiver 2, if he kind of outperforms Cedric Tillman, because I think there's a little more upside there. But
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long that takes, and if he is what he was projected at being before he got the criminal issues, right?
Yeah.
Because Jamari Thrash balled out in the preseason.
He did too. Yeah.
He really did. And it's like, all right, well, you got a lot of tape on Thrash being a baller. Now, will that translate to actual NFL defenses and NFL games? We'll see.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen anything from Isaiah Bond, really.
No, that's true. You're right. I could definitely see a world where Jamari Thrash gets those wide receiver 3 reps early on, and Bond maybe starts at the 4. I know Isaiah Bond, again, I was doing a bunch of mock draft stuff last night for fantasy. And Isaiah Bond, I think maybe it's because of the upside, but Jamari Thrash isn't really getting drafted in most fantasy looks. But Isaiah Bond is going, there's some, he's like a late round pick that I think a lot of people view as a sleeper and could be a steal for later in the season. Tight ends, we mentioned, I think Brendan Bates is a candidate that could be replaced. Aside from him, those 3 were pretty standard. 10 offensive linemen, Batonio, Conklin, DeJuan Jones, Luke Whippler, Wyatt Teller, kind of the starting 5 right there. And then Tevin Jenkins, KT Leviston, Cornelius Lucas, Ethan Potrich, and Zach Zinter kind of providing the depth along with Luke Whippler. Sorry. So, yeah, we got some, no real surprises there. The D-line, I want to throw out, Aden Huntington was one of the roster spots, a guy that has kind of generated a lot of buzz on that defensive front. He also played a little bit of fullback as well in the preseason, so an interesting two-way player. But Aden Huntington is one of these guys that really turned some heads this offseason. He talked to the media yesterday and said he trained with Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and Will Anderson, among others, during the offseason, and it gave him a lot of confidence when he arrived in Berea for training camp. Huntington went on to say that Myles Garrett told him where they were working out and invited him. He stayed at Myles Garrett's house and spent 3 weeks training in Dallas, which he said got him out of his comfort zone and allowed him to see how he measured against the league's best pass rushers. This is a guy I'll be excited to watch this year, Zach.
Yeah, interesting to see. I mean, I like Cleveland's defensive line. I mean, obviously you add Mason Graham, you have second-round pick Mike Hall Jr. inside, Malik Collins. You got some decent options inside. Miles is the best defensive end in the NFL. That other defensive end spot is kind of where you're like, wish we could have grabbed a guy for that. I mean, Alex Wright, Isaiah McGuire, we'll see. But I think it's going to be a formidable group for sure. I don't know if it's going to be the best D-line in the NFL. Probably not. But it's not going to be a weakness.
No, it's not. And honestly, I think if you look at the rooms right now, we'll get into the linebacker and DB rooms here in a little bit, but I think the defensive line is probably going to be what we're going to need to, lean on this year if our defense wants to get back to that 2023 type of season.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, it always starts up front. I think adding Carson Schweschinger, he had a great preseason, great time so far since the draft. I think that was a big get. God, I wish JOK was healthy.
I know.
How good would you feel with those two playing linebackers?
Seriously, I mean, this team, honestly, the defense, goes up a whole nother level if you had JOK.
As long as he gets healthy for next year.
Yeah. No, again.
Remember, we ain't trying to win this year. We're trying to win next year.
You're all on board for next year.
I need him on a beach in Bahamas, resting, relaxing, maybe get a couple workouts in to stay in shape. Get healthy, my friend. We'll see you in 2026 when we're actually trying to win games.
Absolutely. I guess one of the surprising notes on the defensive line was Mike Hall's passing his physical. A lot of people were unsure if he would, but he did and was added to the 53-man roster. Kevin Stefanski had this to say on Michael Hall yesterday. He said, I don't know the exact day that he's going to be back out here. I mean, he's doing great. Got to watch him work out yesterday, and he looks really good. He's right where he needs to be, and he's worked extremely hard in his rehab, so I'm excited about where he is, and we'll see where he is at in the next couple of days unfold. So sounds like a week 1 is unlikely for him, but hopefully early on in the season, maybe a week 2 or 3.
Well, it's got to be right. They have to be projecting that because otherwise they could have put him on that PUP list or whatever it's called. And he saying, all right, we know he's not going to be back for the first 4 games. Yeah. But he passed his physical. He said, no, he'll be back sooner than that. So make him active right now.
Yeah.
So he's got a point to he'll play in the first 4 games at some point. Maybe not week 1, but like you said, week 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It'd be great to get him back. If nothing else, for a depth piece.
Oh, yeah. But I'm excited to see what he can do this year. You know what? We are a little overdue here, Zach. We need a commercial break.
Let's get a commercial break before we get a Deshaun Watson update. Just what we needed from Kevin Stefanski.
Oh, we love those, right? I keep forgetting that he's still there, but there he is.
He's on the PUP list. He's not active, but we knew that. Yeah. But he is still there. It's confirmed by Kevin Stefanski. He is in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us. Question of the day, will Quinshon Judkins be on the sidelines dressed in uniform for the Browns week 1? Do you think Quinshon's going to sign and be active for week 1? That's what they can't go in with 2 running backs. I can't imagine it.
No.
So will Quinshon be signed? That's our question of the day. Answer it down in the chat, in the comments. Yes or no, Y or N. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, I know you've heard of Viagra or Cialis. Maybe you've even tried them. If you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, meet Rugi It Ready. Other companies rely on similar ingredients to support blood flow, but Rugi It Ready is a next-gen prescription treatment designed to help amplify arousal in the brain and increase blood flow. If the usual pills aren't doing the trick or you want something better, Rugi It Ready is your answer. 3-in-1 formula dissolves under your tongue to absorb fast, so you'll be ready in just 15 minutes on average, not hours, and effects can last up to 36 hours. That means you can stay confident, present, and in control when the moment's right. 150,000 dudes have made the switch, and you can read their customer reviews right on the website. Getting started is simple. Rugiet connects you with a board-certified doctor 100% online, and if prescribed, your treatment ships quickly to your door. Connect with your provider at Rugiet.com/menace to see if a Rugiet-ready prescription is right for you. You can use code MENACE to get 15% off today. That's RUGIET.com/menace. Use promo code MENACE to get 15% off. Individual results may vary with prescription treatment. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Please visit the Rugiet website for full safety information. Poncho Outdoors. That's the name you need to know. If you're going to be outdoors doing activities, whether it's on a boat, fishing, whatever it is, you got to go over to Poncho Outdoors. Imagine a shirt that feels like your favorite t-shirt is built for the outdoors and still looks sharp enough to go to dinner. That's the magic of Poncho. I don't know what kind of fabric Poncho uses, but it feels so good. These shirts are seriously comfortable, soft right out of the box with just the right amount of built-in stretch. It looks good anywhere. You could go to a nice dinner, be out on a boat, at the pool with some UV protection. It's outstanding. It's free shipping, free returns, free exchanges to make sure you get the fit right. Poncho stands by every shirt, and they'll make it right if it's not your favorite. Bunch of great styles, the original, Western, denim, and ultralight. You can get them in shorter long sleeves, regular slim fit, and in a ton of colors and patterns. If you've been looking for the perfect shirt, something breathable, fits great, feels even better, and stands out in a good way, give Poncho a try. Go to ponchooutdoors.com/menace, and they'll give you $10 off your first order. That's PONCHO outdoors.com/menace for $10 off and free shipping. Go try one out. There you have it.
There it is.
Free shipping always gets me.
Oh, yeah. We love that. Anything free is always a good thing. I guess one of the more surprising news yesterday in terms of the Browns roster and their final cuts was Dustin Hopkins was released yesterday.
Good. Fuck that guy.
It was funny because he came over, 2023, and was pretty dominant. I mean, in 2023, he was 91.7% from field goals, 33 out of 36, including a perfect 8 of 8 from 50 plus in 2023. He was also 24 of 26 on extra points. And then last year, it completely fell apart for him. He went 18 of 27, missed 9 field goals last year for 66.7%, and then also missed 3 extra points for an 85% extra point percentage. So
the Browns, it's like almost like the quarterback plague. It's like, why can't we draft kickers high in the draft? We bring in kickers. I mean, the Chargers, he had a 90% field goal percentage over 2 years before he arrived in Cleveland. Yeah. 92% in 2023 for Cleveland. And then last year, 66.7%. I just don't know why hopefully this is a great move. I mean, I was happy about it.
Yeah. Andre Schmidt. Schmidt is spelled SZMYT.
Zimite.
Andre Schmidt is
Sizemite. Andre Sizemite.
He is the new Browns kicker. This will be the 8th kicker now in the 6 years of the Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry era.
This is what I mean. We just can't find a kicker. And it's crazy because there's only 32. You only got to find 32 in the world.
Yeah.
How do we not have a better kicker?
And we drafted Cade York in the 3rd round.
This is what I'm saying.
I mean, we've had our chances to, man. We wasted a 3rd round draft pick on one and couldn't get it right.
I know they're not as important as quarterback, but it feels like the same problem. Like we just can't evaluate or coach and develop kickers.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's kind of is what it is. But funny enough, Andre Schmidt has never kicked in the NFL before. So
it's the most Browns thing ever.
Mm-hmm. He is he's a 26-year-old, last kicked in college in 2022. He spent 5 years there at Syracuse, where actually kind of one of his tweets went viral yesterday. He reposted a tweet from 2017 that said, I think the Syracuse football team could beat this Cleveland Browns team right now.
Oh, God.
But he was on Syracuse at the time. He loves Cleveland, I'm sure.
But
no, he's been he was pretty solid over there in Syracuse. Was in his career 199 out of 203 and on extra points, and 85 out of 105 on field goals. So there you have it. Hopefully he's legit, and hopefully we found our kicker. But
Kevin Stefanski said in his press conference that he was the most consistent. He won the job by far.
Yeah,
and he's really excited about him. So let's hope he's not full of shit.
No, I think honestly Dustin Hopkins being as bad as he was last year, I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen.
Yeah.
So shout out Andre Schmidt making it work. Now we got quarterback stuff to dive into, Zach. Deshaun Watson starting the year on the reserve / physically unable to perform list. Kevin Stefanski had this to say on Deshaun Watson when asked about him yesterday. He said, Deshaun's doing awesome. I mean, he's just doing great. I'm excited for him. I get to watch him work out as well. I get to be in the meeting room with him every single day. So he's doing great. Hopefully, great to the point where we're going to see him play on the football field this year.
I mean, is that what we want?
No, absolutely not.
Like, Deshaun Watson is such a wild card right now because we feel like we have two quarterbacks. We need to evaluate their future in Cleveland. Deshaun Watson has underperformed when healthy, and that's been a rare occurrence that he's healthy.
Yeah.
But it feels like the Browns are still browsing with Deshaun Watson. Like, why are we talking about him? Especially like I'm excited for him. Like, he's doing awesome. I mean, he's doing great. Like, what are you excited for him about? That he's getting healthy? Or are you excited like that you're going to actually still think about making him the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns?
And that's my thing. And maybe I'm reading too much into it, but the over, I don't know. He's awesome, doing great. I'm excited. He's really doing good. It's like,
dog,
just simmer a little bit.
Just all you had to say was, you know what? He's working hard and rehab is going well.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. All this extra fluff and glaze makes me think you're going to actually consider playing him as your franchise or planning on him being your franchise quarterback at some point.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the gift that keeps on giving that you don't want.
Oh God. It's the nightmare that keeps on nightmaring is what it is.
Literally. It's like the jelly of the month club. Like, stop sending it to me.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I appreciate it, but I don't want it.
Our prayers have been answered once this week with Kenny Pickett getting traded to the Raiders. Maybe we can manifest something else. New Orleans needs a quarterback. We'll trade him for nothing, right? I mean, we'll eat some of his salary, I guess, but just get him
a lot of his salary.
Yeah.
No one's paying that salary.
Yeah, we'll eat a lot of his salary. And just give us like a fourth or fifth round pick in return?
Sure. Sign me up.
That good? New Orleans? Shake on it. We're manifesting a second Browns QB trade here on Pound Town.
Pat did this with Kenny Pickett, and it worked. I mean, everyone was saying the Browns are going to carry 4 quarterbacks, and Pat just willed it into existence, and Kenny Pickett got traded. Trying to do it again.
Trying again.
Deshaun Watson to New Orleans. Make it happen.
It can happen, right? Crazier things have happened.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. I know this one is a long shot, but I can still hope. In other quarterback news, Kevin Stefanski has officially named a QB2 to start the season, and much to my displeasure, it is Dillon Gabriel. But are we surprised, Zach?
No, we knew that. I mean, all you Shedeur bros didn't pay attention. They were telling you they like Dillon Gabriel, all OTAs.
All we were paying attention. We just were hopeful that maybe they would come to their senses a bit.
There's a reason. All I can say is there's a reason. I'm not saying they're right, but there is a reason that he was getting reps with the ones and Shedeur wasn't. There's a reason why Shedeur's never even been discussed as passing him in the depth chart from anyone in Cleveland. Now, media, Shedeur bros, absolutely. But in Cleveland, they've been pretty dead set.
No, they have been. And this was something that we've seen kind of unfold. I thought that Shedeur maybe was treated a little unfairly throughout this whole process. I thought he did enough to maybe earn some more reps with the ones early on in training camp. The Browns clearly didn't feel so. They kind of rode with Dillon Gabriel all throughout this, even though there were multiple practices where Dillon Gabriel really struggled. His completion percentage was by far the worst out of the 4 quarterbacks throughout the majority of training camp. And with Shedeur having the best completion percentage and kind of making those highlight throws day in and day out, I thought they would give him a chance. But I think it comes down to what we saw in that last preseason game, right? I think if Shedeur had balled out on Saturday against the Rams, and Dillon Gabriel again struggled with some more turnovers like he did in his first start, I think that would have been, maybe the final push for Shedeur to leapfrog Dillon Gabriel into that quarterback 2 spot, but it didn't happen, and Shedeur really struggled, and Dillon Gabriel looked good.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that just at least solidified that this is the starting point. I don't think that's solidified that is projecting the future. That is what it's going to be. It's just like, you know what, right now, after that 3rd preseason game, Dillon Gabriel is still our QB2.
Yeah.
That's subject to change. I think they got a good 8-week window here to figure out who that first rookie quarterback that's going to go start a game is. But I also think, I was listening to Tyvis Powell this morning, he made the point, I think regardless of who is 2 and who is 3, you're going to see a switch made after the bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And it could happen at any point, knock on wood, it doesn't, if Joe Flacco gets injured. And I think that first quarterback in, let's pretend it's Dillon Gabriel, we'll get the start and we'll ride the next 4 or so games. And then once they're out of playoff contention, I think they go to the other rookie quarterback, so they both get a handful of games under their belt, and you can evaluate actual NFL game film on both of them. I think that's a great plan. I mean, barring Dillon Gabriel gets the start week 9 and he just starts balling out and they start winning.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, aside from either quarterback, because again, I'm not saying that Shedeur will still be quarterback 3 when it's all said and done come week 8 or week 9 or whatever they make that switch. But yeah, regardless of whatever rookie quarterback gets that first start, unless they come out of the gates and 3 weeks in have thrown for 10 touchdowns and no picks, then yeah, I think what you have to do if you're Kevin Stefanski is get both quarterbacks, multiple starts so that you can properly evaluate heading into 2026, because we need to know, right, Zach, if we are going to have to, take a quarterback with one of those first round picks or try to trade those 2 to move up.
Yeah, listen, we don't need to know shit, but Kevin Stefanski better know what the plan is. Andrew Berry better have a plan, or they better have a plan. Yeah. I can have a plan all I want. They ain't going to listen to me.
They got to
my plan is probably going to be way better than their plan. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah, that's facts.
But you go those first 8-game stretch. If Flacco can survive 8 games, you get that bye week on whatever that is, November 2nd.
Yeah.
And then I think you ride a much weaker second half of the schedule with the rookie. I think that's what you got to do.
I think so. I do want to get one more commercial break and then finish up. I have some Stefanski video and some more quarterback stuff to talk about.
Plus your super chats.
Absolutely. Get them in.
Get your super chats in if you want us to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Over 500 people in here now. We appreciate you pulling up. Hit that like button on YouTube, retweet on Twitter. And then the question of the day I need you to answer down below. Will Quinshon Judkins be dressed and active for week 1 against the Bengals? Yes or no? They only have 2 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster, right? Or 2 running backs on the 53-man roster. Is Quinshon getting added week 1 for the Bengals and Joe Burrow coming to Cleveland? We'll be right back after this. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Preseason football is underway. Well, it just ended. And regular season is right around the corner. College football starts this weekend. You can already make your season-long more or less picks for the 25 season on Prize Picks. Enter your picks before week 1 kicks off. You think Saquon Barkley is going to get more than 1,475.5 rushing yards? Lock it in on Prize Picks. How about Joe Burrow? His line is more than 4,174.5 passing yards. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, you name it. There's a ton of megastars that are set to kick off next weekend. Go over to Prize Picks right now. It's the best place to play your fantasy more or lesses. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code MENACE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. That's code MENACE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks is your answer. Go check it out. It's a fun way to put a little wager on it and combine a couple to get a better payout and start to build that bankroll. Go check it out, Menace Army, over at Prize Picks with promo code MENACE. The harsh reality of being a man and getting a little bit older is most of us lose our hair. The hairline starts going backwards, running away from your eyebrows. It's just the reality of life. But we got a great tool for you to try to fix that problem. It's called Hims, and their hair loss solutions are incredible. They all work, and the process is simple. 100% online, no uncomfortable doctor visits, and they have several different things. You can choose from personalized chewable options, oral, spray, serum treatments. Find whatever works best for you. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. They have hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers already, and they can help you get your confidence back. 2, with visibly thicker and fuller hair. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/menace. That's HIMS.com/menace for your personalized hair loss treatment options. hims.com/menace. Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. There you go. We really get Menace Army right on so many fronts.
Yeah, we do.
Grow your hair back, get your dick hard, get your body right, lose some weight, like
Win some money.
wear fresh stuff with Poncho Outdoors. Like we really do this.
Leveling them up. I do have this video from Kevin Stefanski yesterday talking about Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, that QB2 decision.
Let's hear about it, Kevin.
I think very highly of, and so do they. So I wish him well. He's a great person. He's a really good football player. Honestly, those type of things, you can't predict them, and got a strong offer for Kenny. Kenny's a guy I think very highly of, and so do they. So I wish him well. He's a great person. He's a really good football player. But those are the type of decisions that you have to make.
And have you made a decision on who will back up Joe?
Dillon will do that.
Yeah, no real surprise there. Once Kenny Pickett was traded, I guess was surprised to hear that they got an offer so quickly for Kenny Pickett. I know we manifested it, but
I just don't understand. I don't understand why teams saw Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh, go to Philly, come to Cleveland, didn't play at all in Cleveland. Where was the value? Like, I'm not mad about it. We got something out of him.
Yeah,
I think that's outstanding. But like, I can't understand what Vegas saw. Where Vegas said, you know what? I think we should go get that guy. Why? Based on what?
I mean, honestly, you have to think that, all right, well, he did win a couple games in Pittsburgh when he started over there. Like he played in the playoffs over there. I mean, a lot of it was because of the roster that he was surrounded with.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, when you're desperate for a quarterback, that's kind of what happens, right? I mean, Aiden O'Connell out for 6 to 8 weeks. You need someone competent to back up Geno Smith, and I guess Kenny Pickett is competent.
I guess maybe he was the most competent option out there. I mean, he 59% completion percentage in Philly when he played for Jalen Hurts. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like, he didn't play bad, but it wasn't like he had a. It wasn't like you watched him play in Philly in that limited time that he did, that one game really that he did, and said, yeah, I think that guy's going to be a great backup for us.
Yeah, no, that's true. I do have an interesting note on Shedeur Sanders and his outing on Saturday. This was released per ESPN research yesterday. Shedeur Sanders' average time sacked on Saturday was 7.35 seconds, the 4th highest in a single preseason since 2020.
Yeah.
Only Joshua Dobbs in 24, Brock Purdy in 22, and Tua Tagovailoa in 21 took longer than Sanders when sacked.
It's not a good thing. He holds onto the ball way too long, and that's what we saw. I mean, he wasn't that bad in the first preseason game.
No, I thought he was phenomenal using his legs to scramble out of trouble and get
rid of the ball. But I mean, that game, that third preseason game, made him jump to the worst quarterback in preseason.
Yeah,
with almost a 4-second average time to throw, which is way too long. The biggest difference between college and pro is how fast you have to get rid of the football. The timing, it's 3-step drop, get it out. Like, check it down if it's not there. Like, you have to get rid of the football because those pass rushes are just nasty in the NFL. I think about when we watched Pat Mahomes take on CJ Stroud in the playoffs in the coach's film room. It was incredible how fast both quarterbacks were having to get rid of the football. I mean, the Chiefs, I don't think, ever blocked the Texans.
No.
But Mahomes won the game because he was getting rid of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so fast.
Yeah. And a lot of it, I think also has to do with play calling, right? Like Andy Reid is one of the best in the business. I'm sure he's well aware that his offensive line isn't what it was a couple of years ago in Kansas City. So he's able to draw plays that allow Mahomes to find his reads real quick and get the ball out. I think that's one thing that maybe I feel like Stefanski was setting up Shedeur, for failure in a sense, just not really designing quick plays for Shedeur to get the ball out real quick. And that was our third string offensive line. And I think you pulled it up on Monday. 3 of those guys allowed 3 pressures each to Shedeur. Mm-hmm. It was tough sledding. I do think there's something to be said that, all right, as a play caller, you got to make sure, your quarterback is set up for success when you
have to. And you look at the Browns statistically in the preseason, I look at all right, how do you help quarterbacks? One, you give them quick shit to get the ball out of their hands. Mm-hmm. That didn't benefit Shedeur. Obviously, he didn't get rid of the football. But the other thing is RPOs and play actions. Those should be easy completions for your quarterbacks. And you look at Shedeur's the only Browns quarterback who had a better completion percentage on play action and RPOs than he did on drop back. That's absurd. And it was only a 1.7% completion percentage bump.
Yeah.
Dillon Gabriel had the 3rd worst drop off in play action and RPOs. He had a 45% worse completion percentage.
Jeez.
On RPOs and play action pass. This is the 4th worst in the entire NFL preseason.
Yeah. And I guess I'm not really surprised when you think about it, because Dillon Gabriel, he's what we've called him, or I call him, a check down merchant. He's a low ADOT merchant. So it kind of makes sense, right? In traditional passing downs, he's just looking for the first thing available close to the line of scrimmage. And play action is typically when you take those deeper shots, get the secondary and the linebackers to bite. So it kind of makes sense why we would see that drop off. But again, it's another reason why I just don't think, Dillon Gabriel will be a franchise level quarterback. Again, he could prove me wrong in the regular season, but I think despite him having such a good preseason finale, there's still some red flags that I'm pretty concerned about.
There's no doubt. Dillon Gabriel on drop back passes had a 79% completion percentage, 33% on play action. He actually had the 4th highest passer grade on just pure drop back, which I honestly think is a pretty big feather in his cap. You think about it, play action, that includes boots and nakeds, things where the little guy gets out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Just pure drop back, finding throwing windows. 4th best of all the preseason quarterbacks. That's pretty fucking impressive for Dillon Gabriel.
No, absolutely is. We saw it with like Baker Mayfield, another shorter quarterback. He made his big time throws in Cleveland. Stefanski tried to work him out of the pocket as much as possible to create those, wide open throwing lanes, utilizing those bootlegs and stuff. So to definitely feather in his cap for that. But again, I'd like to see him push the ball downfield a little more. And that's the one thing we'll see throughout the season. Zach, we have some super chats.
Oh, look at us super chatting.
Coach Zach, thanks for the 5. If y'all want to feel old, I just threw a pick 6 on College Football 26 to Dre Kirkpatrick Jr.
Damn.
My guy was 16 having a kid.
That's crazy.
Yikes. I did not realize that he had a kid already. That's insane.
Playing college football like that.
Kid playing college football already. Yeah, for sure. And Dan, thanks for the 10. Pat, I swear I saw you at the Vikings games recently dancing your ass off in the back of the end zone. I just can't figure out how you grew your mustache back so quickly. Can you confirm or deny? I've been reached out to by several NFL teams to be a male cheerleader, but I have politely declined all those offers.
Would you be a male cheerleader that wears a male cheerleader outfit, or are you going full skirt and panties?
I think I'd wear an NFL uniform, like shoulder pads and everything.
Oh, there you
go.
Just
be dancing on the sideline.
There you go.
In full padded uniform. So
I like it.
I think that's what I do.
I like it.
But that's all we got super chat wise, Zach.
All right, it's a hump day. Go get your freak on. We got this is the last kind of that in-between week. A lot of college football this week. Tune into Menace today at noon, breaking down this great slate of college football. And then the rest of the week, we'll talk about the Browns, how they're evolving, and really the NFL in general. And then next week, it's opening week in the NFL. Like the video if you're excited for this season, because I'm jacked. I can't wait. We appreciate you, Pound Town. Menace out.